When people think of the Jolie-Pitt family, they often recall the children who grew up in the dazzling spotlight of Hollywood. But among familiar names like Shiloh, Pax, and Zahara, one teenager is starting to attract attention in his own unique way: Knox Jolie-Pitt. The twin son of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt is now 16, standing tall with striking good looks that blend the best features of both his parents. Many see in Knox the rugged, charismatic aura of a young Brad Pitt, but they can't ignore the sharp cheekbones inherited from Angelina Jolie. Some have even pointed out his resemblance to his older sister, Shiloh, who recently made headlines herself upon turning 18. Recently, Knox was spotted jogging alone at Griffith Park, and the images quickly caught public attention. Dressed in a simple athletic outfit, a Muay Thai t-shirt, shorts, running shoes, and headphones, he might have seemed just like any other teenager. But what surprised people the most was his toned physique and visibly muscular arms, a clear sign of his dedicated training. Despite his high-profile background, Knox remains one of the most private members of the Jolie-Pitt family. He rarely makes public appearances, has no social media presence, and seldom attends major events. In fact, it wasn't until last month that he made headlines by accompanying his mother to an awards ceremony, his first red carpet appearance in 3 years. Unlike Knox, his twin sister, Vivian, spends much more time by their mother's side. Over the past year, she has even worked as a production assistant for the Broadway musical The Outsiders, where Angelina Jolie serves as a producer. At this point, Knox and Vivian are the only two minor children of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. Although Brad Pitt legally retains visitation rights, in reality, his relationship with his children appears to have grown distant. This year, Vivian even dropped Pitt from her last name when registering to work on Broadway, a move that has raised questions about the state of Brad's relationship with his kids. According to Page 6, Brad has expressed a desire to reconnect with them, especially with the holiday season and his birthday approaching. However, his ongoing legal battle with Angelina over Chateau Miraval has only intensified tensions. Will Knox continue to keep his distance from his famous father, or could there be a turning point in this tumultuous family dynamic? Beyond running, Knox has a deep passion for boxing and martial arts, sports that Brad Pitt himself was once fond of in his younger years. He trains regularly at a gym in Los Angeles, embracing a disciplined and active lifestyle. At just 16, Knox has already outgrown his twin sister Vivian and is quickly emerging as a strong, energetic young man. Knox's growth is not only reflected in his physical appearance, but also in his demeanor. He isn't loud, nor does he chase after the rebellious trends like many other Hollywood teenagers. Instead, Knox is carving out his own path, a path of discipline and independence. Could this be the influence of his mother, Angelina Jolie? It's well known that Jolie is deeply invested in the well-rounded development of her children. She encourages them to express their individuality freely while emphasizing discipline, perseverance, and compassion. Looking at Knox today, one can see glimpses of a young Angelina Jolie, strong, enigmatic, and unwavering in her own direction. At the same time, he carries a quiet, disciplined presence reminiscent of Brad Pitt, once the ultimate symbol of masculinity on the big screen. Whatever path Knox chooses in the future, one thing is certain: he is becoming much more than just the son of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. He is steadily shaping his own identity, leading a life that isn't defined by the fame of his parents. And who knows, one day Knox may surprise the world with a story that is entirely his own. More than 8 years after Angelina Jolie filed for divorce from Brad Pitt, citing irreconcilable differences, the former couple has finally reached a divorce settlement. James Simon, the attorney representing the Maria actress, shared, "Over 8 years ago, Angelina Jolie filed for divorce from Brad Pitt. She and her children left behind all the assets they shared with Mr. Pitt, and since then, she has focused on finding peace and healing for her family." He continued, "This is just one part of a long process that began 8 years ago and is still ongoing. To be honest, Angelina is exhausted, but she feels relieved that this chapter is finally closed." A source close to the 49-year-old actress revealed, "She doesn't speak ill of her ex, either publicly or in private. She has done her best to move forward and find light after a dark period." Angelina Jolie filed for divorce from Brad Pitt on September 19, 2016, just days after a private flight in which she accused him of mistreating her and their 6 children. However, after an investigation, the actor was not charged by authorities, and Jolie declined to press charges. 4 months later, the Mr. and Mrs. Smith stars issued a joint statement announcing that they had reached an agreement to settle the divorce through private discussions and would keep the details confidential by using a private judge. Both parties and their lawyers were required to sign agreements protecting the privacy of their children and the high-profile family. However, the Brangelina divorce did not proceed smoothly. It turned into a fierce legal battle that dragged on for years. According to People, before the confidentiality agreement in 2017, the Hollywood power couple was entangled in intense divorce negotiations, primarily focused on child custody issues, with both sides making harsh allegations in court filings submitted to the Los Angeles Superior Court. In January 2017, they agreed to seal sensitive records related to their 6 children. By 2019, they were legally declared single. In the years that followed, they continued to clash over custody disputes and legal battles surrounding their $164 million estate and winery in France. Now, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt have moved on with their separate lives. Since their split, all 6 of their children have lived with Jolie, while the Fight Club actor retains visitation rights. However, his relationship with the children is reportedly strained and has grown increasingly distant over the years. In fact, 3 of his daughters, Zahara, Shiloh, and Vivian, have been discovered to have dropped his last name. Meanwhile, Paxthene and Maddox are also believed to be estranged from Brad Pitt. The 61-year-old actor is currently in a relationship with Inesta Ramon.